You got a venture, Good Today, I want to talk about, that's enabling corporate and group donations to good causes. First, I want to talk about some of this turbulence around the idea of hero founders and just how much attention and how much compensation they deserve. As you've seen this WeWork thing play out, Adam Neumann, the payout he's poised to get, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think he did an incredible job building the organization in the early days, and now as they're going public, I think it requires a maturity that it seems that doesn't exist. So I think the landscape changes when a company goes public. You're accountable to way more investors than your current base and your employees, and I think that companies really need to do a good job of preparing for that long-term success.
It's been about 4 years since Match Group went public. I'm sure you've grown and changed and done a bunch of stuff since then. You've got this new venture. What are you going to do differently as a startup founder this time around, given how the culture has changed and given what you've learned?
Yeah, so Good Today is a nonprofit, and the goal is to get people in the habit of giving daily, because we believe that if you give a little bit every single day, it's more impactful than giving a lot once in a while. And what Good Today does is every day we send our audience one charity that we curate, and one cause that we curate, and 2 charities that people can decide to donate 25 cents to. And the idea is to sort of get millennials, get audiences, employees at companies waking up every morning and thinking of causes that are sort of bigger than their own and getting out of their bubble, which is it's a very great way to start your day, and it's a great gateway to further giving and learning what's out there and how you can have an impact.
Sean, I want to get your thoughts on the news of the week. New York State Appeals Court on Tuesday rejecting IAC's bid to dismiss a $2 billion lawsuit that was leveled by yourself and 5 other plaintiffs regarding Tinder and Tinder's valuations and what the prices were that you were basically paid out on this. Just so investors can understand what happens next in this court fight, and do you see this as a potential win at this point in time?
Oh, we definitely see it as a potential win. So, my founders and I and the early team at Tinder, we spent years building the company into what it is today. And we had very clear contracts in place that outlined how we would get paid. When it came to honoring those contracts, the Match Group just blatantly lied and cheated, and all to sort of avoid paying us billions of dollars in compensation. And now they've done everything they can to dismiss this case. They lost once. They appealed that decision. And yesterday at the appellate court, unanimously, it was decided that they lost their dismissal, and now we're going to court. So this case is full steam ahead.
All right, and I know we've reached out to IAC for a comment on this lawsuit as well. I think we're still awaiting a response on our end, too. But I guess in terms of lessons learned from that situation, what would they be that you would share with other founders?
I think you got to be careful who you work with, and particularly as you develop partners and investors, you got to make sure that their cultural values really match your own. At Tinder, it was really about being in service to the customer and waking up every day with a sense of purpose, where I think at our parent organization, it was really about financial success and money. We just believe that, when you put purpose ahead of profit, profit follows. But that wasn't the sort of cultural value that we got exposed to while there.
Why a nonprofit this time around? Why not another Tinder? This is kind of like Tinder for charity, I suppose, the one that you swipe whichever way on gets more money. But why not start a new money-making venture?
I think it's for me, this is a personal passion. I think I've always, at a large companies, we scaled Tinder. We always had an opportunity to do good. And I think Good Today is a good way to get employees involved in those decisions and which charities and causes we contribute to. So it's just something that I wish existed when I was CEO at Tinder, and when I found out about this organization from Joe Taplow and and Guy Osseri and Ashton Kutcher, who all contributed alongside me to get this off the ground, I just had to be involved because I thought it was a great way to get people who want to give into the habit of giving. I mean, people, I think, inherently today, particularly millennials, want to come to work with a sense of purpose. They want to have an impact in their lives, and Good Today is sort of that first step to get people engaged.